All right, let's dive into this. Consumer behavior. It's basically the invisible force that kind of pushes us through those shopping aisles.
And those online shopping carts, too.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And today, we're going to see how companies mix psychology, sociology, even economics, you know?
To get us to click that buy now button.
Yes, our source material today is this really interesting article
Real world examples, consumer behavior.
from Procure for Marketing. It was published in November 2023.
Very recently.
Yeah, so we're going to peek behind the curtain and see all the marketing magic.
Well, I wouldn't call it magic.
Okay, fair enough. But this article really lays out, why we buy the things we buy.
It's not just about the what we buy.
Right. And the article even uses these examples, like Jane, who's searching for a new phone,
And Alex.
who's shopping for a car seat for their kid.
And we see how different factors come into play.
Totally. So Jane might be all about the tech specs, reading online reviews, like tech influencers, right?
Absolutely. And Alex, well, Alex might be more focused on safety, looking at parent forums and those kinds of things.
Yeah, totally different needs, different priorities, different journeys to that purchase.
Different paths to that purchase.
Right. So this article, it breaks down these 5 stages of decision-making, right? And how marketers try to influence us.
At every single stage.
So stage 1 is problem recognition. Seems pretty basic.
Yeah, it might seem that way at first. You realize you need something.
Like a new laptop.
Exactly. Maybe your old one just isn't cutting it anymore. But marketers, well, they don't always wait for us to figure that out on our own.
They kind of create the problem for us.
In a way, yes. They make you feel like you're missing out. Remember those commercials? Like, are you still doing laundry this way?
Oh yeah, those are the worst. Suddenly, my perfectly fine washing machine seems ancient.
Exactly. They make you question everything.
Okay, so then we move on to stage 2, information search. Oh, this is where I get lost, like down the rabbit hole of reviews.
The classic information seeker. But, there's a whole spectrum of how people look for information.
Some people just ask their friends.
Some go with their gut feeling or brand loyalty.
Oh, right.
So marketers need to cater to everybody. Detailed information for those who want to research, but also appeal to the emotions of those who decide quickly.
Interesting. Okay, so how do we even begin to evaluate all these options?
Well, that's stage 3. And that's where we use heuristics.
Heuristics.
Those mental shortcuts we use to make decisions, like assuming the most expensive option is the best quality.
Or sticking with a brand,
Exactly. These shortcuts help us avoid being overwhelmed. But marketers, they know about these shortcuts.
So they, design their messages to trigger these shortcuts, to push us towards a certain choice.
Absolutely. They play on our biases.
Yeah.
For example, the scarcity tactic. Limited time offers make us feel like we have to act fast.
Because we might miss out.
Exactly. It pushes us towards a faster decision.
I see. Okay, so then comes stage 4, the purchase decision. We've done our research, weighed the options, time to buy, right?
Well, it's not always that simple. The whole shopping experience matters. Website design, customer service.
Oh, okay.
Think about those online stores that have free shipping and easy returns.
Oh, yeah.
They're making it super easy to buy from them.
So it's not just about the product, it's about trusting the whole process.
Exactly, building that confidence. But wait, there's more. Stage 5 is post-purchase. I always thought that was the end. Marketers see it as the beginning.
Really?
They want you to come back for more, not regret your purchase.
Makes sense.
So they use things like follow-up emails, surveys, great customer service. It's all about building a relationship.
So they guide us through this whole journey, from realizing we need something to feeling good about it long after we bought it.
Exactly. But it's not just about these 5 stages. There's a bigger context too. Cultural and social factors.
Like holiday shopping.
Yes. Or those sneakers every influencer seems to be wearing. We're constantly told what's trendy, what's necessary.
It's like we're all being influenced together.
And then there's the impact of technology and data. This is where things get, well, maybe a little more complicated.
Because companies are collecting so much data about us, right? Our browsing habits, what we buy.
Even our social media activity, they use this data to personalize their marketing.
So that's why I see ads for things I was just looking at online.
Exactly. It's no coincidence. They're trying to predict what you'll buy next.
That is a bit creepy. But the article also talked about sustainability, ethical consumption. So maybe we're not just mindless shoppers after all.
More and more people are choosing brands that match their values.
Right, like ethical sourcing, sustainable practices.
It's a shift towards mindful consumption.
We've covered a lot, but I feel like we're just getting started.
There's so much more to explore, especially those mental shortcuts, the heuristics.
Oh, yeah. Let's unpack those more.
We can dive deeper into the psychology behind them and see how marketers use them.
I'm ready for round two. Let's unravel some of these marketing mysteries. We're back, ready to dig deeper into, the psychology behind all this. We were talking about heuristics, right?
Those mental shortcuts. It's fascinating how our brains, try to simplify things.
Yeah, like it's too much information to process all the time.
Exactly. Take the availability heuristic, for example. It's
Yeah.
all about how easily something comes to mind.
So if I remember, like, a catchy jingle or, I've seen a bunch of ads for a brand,
You're more likely to think of it when you're shopping.
then buy it, just because it's familiar.
Our brains, they kind of equate familiarity with trust, even quality.
Interesting. So, like, a good brand experience can really stick with you.
Absolutely. Those positive associations, they can really influence you later on without you even realizing it.
Oh, that's pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
What other mental tricks are marketers using on us?
Well, there's the anchoring bias. That's how we kind of latch on to the first piece of information we get,
Even if it's not, like, the best information.
even if it's not the most relevant. Think about it this way. You're shopping for a new TV.
Okay.
The first one you see is, say, $2,000. That price, it becomes your anchor.
Even if other TVs are cheaper.
Even if you find similar ones for $1,500, that first price makes the others seem like a bargain.
Oh, I see. So even though $1,500 might be a fair price, I'm still thinking about that $2,000 TV.
Exactly. And that's how marketers can kind of frame our perception of value.
Wow. So they can, like, nudge us in a certain direction without us even knowing it?
It's all about strategically presenting information. And speaking of influence, there's also social proof.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one these
We're
days.
social creatures, right? We look to others for cues.
Especially online. Like, if I see a product with tons of good reviews,
Or if a celebrity is using it.
I automatically think, oh, it must be good.
We trust recommendations from people we like or admire.
So marketers are using, like, testimonials and influencer partnerships.
User-generated content, too. It's all about creating that feeling of, everyone else is doing it, so I should too.
Right, right. Like those 9 out of 10 dentists recommend ads.
Exactly. Or those social media posts where everyone's having fun using a product. It's like digital peer pressure.
So we're being influenced not just by our friends, but by, like, algorithms and influencers.
And it's incredibly effective. But, it's not just our rational minds that are being influenced.
What do you...
Emotions play a huge role, too.
But I thought shopping was, like, a logical process.
We like to think so, but emotions are powerful drivers of decisions.
I mean, I do get excited when I find a good deal.
Exactly. And marketers know how to tap into those feelings. Think about those commercials with, like, cute puppies.
Oh, yeah, those get me every time.
Or ads that make you feel nostalgic or like you're missing out on something.
They're appealing to our feelings, not just our logic.
Right. They bypass your rational filter and create a deeper connection.
So I'm more likely to remember that brand and maybe choose it later on.
It's not just positive emotions either. They can also use fear, anxiety.
Like those home security ads that make you worry about burglars.
Exactly. They're playing on a whole range of emotions to influence your choices.
Wow. So much is happening beneath the surface of, like, a simple shopping trip.
It's all about understanding the psychology of persuasion. It's not necessarily manipulation, but it is influence.
So how can we, like, become more aware of these emotional triggers? Yeah. So we don't get swept away.
Self-awareness is key. Next time you're shopping, pay attention to how you feel.
What emotions are coming up?
Are you feeling pressured, excited,
Yeah.
anxious? Ask yourself, do I really need this?
Or am I just being, like, tricked by a marketing tactic?
That's the question. It's not about being cynical about all marketing.
It's more about being a conscious consumer.
Making informed choices, understanding what's really influencing you.
This has been eye-opening. I feel like I'm seeing the world of marketing in a whole new light.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm ready to see how all this plays out in, like, real-life examples.
Let's do it. Let's look at some case studies and see how these principles are actually used.
I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready for some real-world examples. Seeing all these psychological tricks in action.
Let's start with the scarcity principle. Remember those limited edition sneakers? The ones that sold out instantly?
Oh, yeah, the ones everyone was going crazy for.
And then they popped up online for like triple the price?
Yeah. What was up with that? Were they, like, actually better than regular sneakers?
It wasn't really about the sneakers themselves. It was about, well, exclusivity.
Oh, right. Limited availability.
Exactly. The company created this sense of scarcity. Like, if you don't get them now, you'll miss out.
So everyone rushed to buy them?
And when demand is high, prices go up. It's basic economics.
So it's kind of like they created this frenzy on purpose.
You could say that. It's a very effective way to drive sales.
Wow. Okay, what about social proof? We talked about how powerful that can be.
Well, think about influencer marketing. That's social proof in action.
Like seeing your favorite celebrity using a product.
And suddenly you gotta have it too.
It's like, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me.
It's word of mouth marketing, but amplified by social media.
Yeah, because influencers have so many followers.
And we trust their recommendations, right? It's a shortcut to deciding what to buy.
Instead of, doing my own research.
We look to others to tell us what's cool, what's trendy.
It makes you wonder, like, how much of my own taste is actually,
Influenced by others.
yeah, exactly. It's kind of scary.
It is something to be aware of. Now that you know about these tactics, you can spot them more easily.
So I can, be more critical.
Exactly. Pay attention to how marketers are trying to influence you, whether it's scarcity, social proof, emotional appeal,
So I can ask myself, do I really want this?
or am I being manipulated by marketing?
That's a good point. I mean, it's not like all marketing is bad, right?
Of course not. But it's about balance. Enjoying the creativity, but also making informed choices.
Yeah, that makes sense. This whole deep dive has been really interesting.
I'm glad you found it insightful.
I feel like I have a whole new perspective on how companies try to get us to buy things.
It's a fascinating field, and it's constantly evolving.
Well, thanks for walking us through all of this. I feel like I'm ready to, spot these marketing tricks everywhere now.
Remember, stay curious, stay informed. That's the best way to navigate the consumer world.
Well said. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into consumer behavior. We hope you learned a thing or two about why you buy what you buy.